Good afternoon. It is March the 15th. A somewhat different time for me to be out, but I had things to do this morning. And it is warm, +4. So a lot of melting, whole lot of melting going on. And hopefully this is the start of the big melt. Not going too far afield. I'm just going to go over into Lakeview and walk over there. And I think to get there, I will go this way and go across the bridge. Oh yeah, everything's covered in slush now. Probably won't even need my hat that I'm currently wearing. Did I just see some sort of message? Did my microphone disconnect? Or was that an illusion? Oh, it's very warm. Okay, it's all relative, right? +4 is not quite 40 degrees Fahrenheit. But boy, does it feel warm. In fact, I think I will take off my hat. I can already tell I'm not going to need it. Just going to go over to Lakeview and zigzag around in the streets and alleys over there and then come back. And that will be our walk. So, Kickstarter-wise, I'm at 63% funded. $7,581 last time I looked of the $12,000 goal. 22 days to go, so looking pretty promising. Based on my previous Kickstarters, I don't think there's much doubt it'll fund. But that's not to say you shouldn't go over there and join in the fun. Still lots of great backers rewards, especially the poems from Jane Yolen. Jane Yolen will write you a poem, and also the opportunity to talk to authors in small groups, or even if you're the only one who backs, solo. Like, for example, Walter John Williams. Only one person has signed up to chat with him, so they could be having a one-on-one chat. But if you join in, it could be a two-on-one chat, or a one-on-two, depending on who the one is and who's the two, I guess. Watch out for this car. It's a Volvo. Actually, water running down the street there. A creek. A small creek. And there's other authors offering that too, including me, Violet Milan, Sebastian de Castel. I mean, that's a great thing. So go over there and check it out. tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds3, numeral 3. Kick in, even if it's just $15 for an ebook. It all adds up. I did 2 interviews today. I was on one called Writers Live. Hosted, the main host is in South Africa, I think, actually. 2 hosts and me. And then I was on Writer's Corner this afternoon. Another show interviewing writers. Look at all that water. I have to walk well away from the road if I cross on the bridge up here. I hadn't thought about that. It's going to be splashy. Or not splashy, but a lot of water flying around. Oh well. Should be okay if I stay well away from the curb. This is just the beginning. It's supposed to be +11 next week on one day, so it's going to be melting like this every day now, I think. It's the beginning of the end of the snow. it'll already be diminished after today. In a few more days, the bare ground will start to show up, and especially if we get the sun out. I love seeing the running water in the streets, little creeks of water running. Hear the birds singing up there behind me? And of course is the lake, but I won't walk around that until Friday. The legislative building over there. It's still kind of a gray day. Beautifully mild, considering it was minus 27 last time I walked around the lake on Friday. I don't usually like to cross the bridge because of the traffic noise. You can see why. I don't see any sign of the creek melting for a bit, but it's got slush on it, it looks like. That one spot there. Been a bit of runoff out of the culvert down there already. This is Rotary Park over here. So I thought about walking through, but decided to come this way instead so I can get to Lakeview faster. Once I get back, I have editing to do. Oh, there's a puddle here we gotta watch out for. Could easily get splashed by that. Alright, now we're off the bridge. Pathway they've bothered to clear here. One of the things I'm editing right now is Spring Magazine, which is a Saskatchewan Writers Guild publication for emerging, is the word they use, writers. So I've been reading I'm the managing editor and the prose editor. So I've been reading the short fiction and creative nonfiction. And then tomorrow I have a meeting on the managing editor side. So we talk about production of the magazine. I've done it before. I've been both managing editor before and I've been prose editor before when I wasn't managing editor. So there's also a poetry editor. Jillian Harding Russell is the poetry editor. We have to pick our favorite pieces, and then there's space constraints. You have to find the best mix of pieces that you like for which there is space. Right, I'm going to start zigzagging here through alley, street, alley, whichever comes up first. So we start with an alley. Quieter, at least. Then there'll be a launch at some point. There'll be a launch here and one in Saskatoon, so there'll probably be a trip to Saskatoon. Haven't been up there in a long time now. all the snow is going to start to look far less fresh. It already is. I do plan to be in Saskatoon for Sask Expo, our version of a Comic Con, at the end of April. And then just after that, I'll be at the Saskatchewan Libraries Association annual conference with as an exhibitor. That'll be focused on Shadow Paw Press. The one in Saskatoon is me, although there'll be lots of Shadow Paw Press content as well. Sell books. I usually can do, I have in the past, done $800-900 on a weekend in book sales, even 1,000. Don't know what to expect from this one. Depends on how willing people are to come out to it, I guess. Restrictions are lifted, but the media has done such a great job of terrifying people that whether they're willing to come out to an in-person event yet or not, I don't know. It's so weird to me. It's all, you have to do what the government says. We trust the government to do what's right. Public health. Then public health says, okay, we can ease up on the restrictions. And the same people say, you can't believe what public health is telling you. Me, I was happy to get restrictions lifted, and I only wear a mask in those places where they're still requiring it, and I grumble about it then. So that's me. If you want to wear a mask, okay. But don't make me wear one. I am going to be very warm after this walk. Or during this walk. You can hear water running everywhere, dripping off of the houses. Or if you can hear it there. It's running off down the drain spouts. I like that turret. I like houses with turrets. That's a nice turret. And this is a nice house in the corner, but it's not a house now, it's apartments. It's mostly been multiple rooms, kind of a group home kind of thing over the years, and I think it's probably apartments now. I don't know for sure. I do know it's not a individual home anymore. Hasn't been for a very long time. Right there. You have to still watch out for ice. It's mostly slushy, but that doesn't mean there's not a slippery spot or two. I don't want to come crashing down. I've been in that house. Don't remember why. Maybe when we were looking at houses and condos. Maybe we looked in there. Didn't buy it though, obviously. I have to unzip my coat. Oh, if I do that, my microphone might fall off, so I guess I can't do that. Mostly older houses, but there's a newer one there, tucked away in the middle. Fits in pretty well. Got a Spanish one over there, Mediterranean, at least. Moorish even. But that would be Spain. This is McCallum, which has a lot of nice houses on it. Alright, we zig again to the left. maybe an alley up here we'll be going into. Yes, there is. Right past this big one. Alright, so our zig now takes us into an alley. See, quite a big house. More modern one there, clearly. Our zig will now take us down another alley, I see. Tomorrow's recycling day in our neighborhood, anyway. That's what the blue bins are for. My featured author for the Kickstarter today was none other than Cory Doctorow, who's providing a reprint, so it's exciting. He also provided as a backer's reward, a special signed ARC of his next novel, which won't be out till 2023, and that was snapped up right away, which is not too surprising. I should have priced it higher, I guess. I think I had it at $200. Whew. All right, zig or zag again. Currently zagging westward and southward. So now we're headed west. We're about to turn south at this corner. I think I'll go ahead and cross, get to the other side. This sidewalk looks nice and clear for the most part. Keep an eye on how long I've been moving in this direction, and when I'm about halfway through the time, I'll turn around and head back. Or start zigging northward instead of southward, I guess. Looks like there's an alley up here. Definitely an alley. I'd recognize it anywhere. was wondering if there'd be a middle of the road alley, but it only goes that way, so we won't take it. This will be a driveway, not an alley. Oh, Snow's gotten a lot softer. What would have been hard as a rock on Friday when it was minus 27, and sink into now when it's plus 4. A little bit of color over there is always nice to see this time of year. This is probably hill. Yes, this is hill. I don't think we'll get an alley then until we've crossed hill. Nice house over there. Still has a big Christmas wreath on it. Moving van or something. There's pink neon showing in that upper window, which is kind of odd. Not a well-cleared sidewalk here. Or here. But this one's good. It'll be so nice when you could just walk and not have to worry so much about footing. Although, a couple of the times I've come closest to falling down were actually in the fall or in the spring when there were leaves in the gutters and they were wet, because a little bit of wet leaves over top of maybe a thin layer of mud, it's as slippery as any ice. All right. Oh, there's no sidewalk on this side, or at least it's not cleared if there is. We're going up here. We'll take the alley down by the school. Behind the school. We won't go into the school, which looks like is having recess maybe. There's also a church over here because it's a separate school, Catholic school. We'll go this way. This is the church and the parish center, I guess they call it. Although they spell center E-R, not R-E. Canadian spelling is pretty hit or miss because of the American influence. I adhere to it with Shadowpaw Press. How long have I been going here? 24 minutes, so a couple more turns up and over, and then we'll start working our way back. There's the parish hall, and then the church up here, and then the school beyond that. Ooh, too much water. Let's go around that. And around that. I can never remember the name of the church. Don't know how many times I've walked by it. Christ the King. Christ the King Catholic Church. Oh, there's an alley before we get to the street. So that's the way we go. There's the school. That's probably Argyle up there. I don't want to cross it, so that'll be my turnaround point. Or if this was, The Expanse or a good hard science fiction story, that'd be the flip over where you start decelerating. But I haven't really been accelerating. Oh, first we got this road though. Somebody building a garage. Apartment buildings up here. This is Portnell, named after a prominent architect. In fact, I think it's the same architect that designed our house, Portnell. Francis, I think his name was Francis Portnell. Yes, and here's Argyle, so now we will turn the corner and start zigzagging back, which will take us along different streets and alleys. Oh, there's someone saying hi, first person. Hi, Greg. Well, I hope we won't see any more sundogs or light pillars. I'm ready for the snow to be gone. And I quite like snow. I like it here during the winter. It's close enough to spring now. If it goes, I can live with that. As if I have any control over it. Alrighty, so here's an alley, so we take it now and start alleying to the east and north instead of to the west and south. Ooh, that's a big puddle. Is this hill coming up again? I think so. Everything looking sad and tired and dirty as it begins to melt after looking so fresh. It's just a little over a week ago when we had 12 centimeters of snow. 10 days ago. That's when that was. It wasn't 2 weeks ago, was it? I don't think so. Oh no, this is an alley. It's not hill yet. Hill will be next. Oh, another note. 381. Satyam Singh. See science. Oh, well, if you look on my feed, my channel, in the Walking in Regina playlist, you'll find a number of walks around Regina, University of Regina campus. And not all in the snow. Actually, I think I've only been there twice in the snow. If you go back to last spring and summer, I walked over there. And also at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. So, a few opportunities to look around the campus with me if you go over there to those videos. And I'll get over there again, but probably after the snow melts will be the next time. Those are very popular, and I think a lot of it is from people who are coming to the university, checking it out before they get here. Okay, this is Hill Avenue. Get across it. Little Hill Avenue shopping area down there. I've walked down there many times. Getting very warm. If my microphone wasn't attached to the front of my coat, I would definitely unzip my coat. In fact, I could probably have done this just wearing my sweater. Might do that, especially if it was sunny. I think that's what I'd do if it's this warm again. And it will be. I always forget how much I heat up walking until I'm doing it. Which is why walking at minus 27 is not particularly a problem as long as you cover up your face so you don't frostbite your face. You have some good gloves. And long underwear is important. I was not wearing it on Friday because I couldn't find it, and I regretted that. Okay, oh, that's a big puddle I got to not step in. Dog walker, there's always people walking dogs. Is this an alley up here? I think it is. So warm, so warm. It's alarming how warm I can be when I'm walking and the temperature's above +3. Da, 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 da. Thank you. Little West Side Story for you there, not quite the original lyrics. Song is actually I Feel Pretty, but I don't think that applies. Who's a pretty guy doing walking there? No, definitely not. It's harder walking in soft stuff. Your feet unexpectedly sink. Always adjusting your balance. Now, of course, that song stuck in my head. Dum dum da dum, dum 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 da da dum, dum 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 da dum, dum da dum. The new version Steven Spielberg directed is on Disney. We'll watch it one of these days. Considering how good the original movie version is, it seems rather like an unnecessary remake, but most remakes do, I suppose, if you're familiar with the original and you really liked it. How many times have they remade Spider-Man? At least they explained all that now with the multiverse, I mean. That looks slick. Be careful on that. I'll keep zigzagging, but at some point I'll have to reverse my path to get to the footbridge, which is actually dead ahead. Well, let me see. How long have I been out? 37 minutes. I just want to be thorough and stick to my guns, so I will continue zigzagging for a couple of more blocks. We could very well get a big dump of snow still. In fact, it's almost likely in April. It's always depressing after it's all gone and then you get fresh snow. But it doesn't last as long. Oh, here's an alley, so let's take that. Oops. Whew. There's Zig to the south, north, not south. And we're on McCallum again. More ice. I think this is McCallum. Yes, this is McCallum. 2 more blocks to Regina Avenue, where I'll have to decide what to do to get across the river. There won't be an alley on McCallum in the middle of the block, so I'll be going down to the next street for sure. Oh, ambulance just went by the end of the street there. I've been losing weight. I'm down like 15 pounds since Christmas, and as a result, I'm finding my jeans are getting loose, which is not a bad thing, but slightly annoying when you're walking. To put another notch in my belt, I guess. Now, Ritalik would take me straight home if I could cross the river, but I can't. Well, probably could because it's frozen, but it would be a struggle. Now, there probably is an alley halfway down this one. I like that house with the blue and the red on awnings, not yawnings. Is that a sign I'm tired? That I had a Freudian slip to yawnings instead of awnings? I don't know. I don't feel that tired, but it could be. Is this an alley? Ooh, oof. Yes, I think it is. Got sweat running down my face, it's so warm. Sometimes wonder if the motion cancelling gimbal affects my pedometer readings, because I keep track of how many steps I walk. And they sometimes seem lower than I think they should. And I wonder if the gimbal cancels out some of them enough that they don't register. But whatever. Just one more block to Regina Avenue. Phone ringing in that truck, I guess. One of the weird little traffic control islands in this neck of this neighborhood. Slow down cars, I guess. Which they do. I think my landlord used to live here when I lived on Garnet Street. I think this was their house. Well, maybe not. No, I don't think. Guess I'm wrong. That was somewhere else. Maybe they were on Albert now that I think about it. There might be one more alley, I'm not sure. That's Regina Avenue. Well, maybe I'll stick here because if I can cross, I can go into the alley across the street, and that's more direct than having to backtrack. Actually, it's not. It's just on the other side of the street. Never mind. But I will do that if I can. There's no alleys along here anyway, except maybe maybe just before the end there's one. But I'll stick to this. All the way to Regina Avenue there. That's the truck whose phone was ringing a minute ago. As I said, it's nice to see some color in the houses. having their windows done. So I'll cross here if I can, otherwise I'll walk down to the left again to get to the footbridge, I think. Croft Electric, Dirt Dogs. There was an alley there, but I chose not to take it. Sue me. Sue me, what can you do me? I love you. Take a gun and shoot me, put bullets through me. I love you. Now it's a little Guys and Dolls for you too. This is a musical theater extravaganza. Right here on Walking in Regina. There we go. Back to La Creek. La Creek. And Rotary Park. And to our left, the footbridge, which is where I have to get home. No path through there. Well, it kind of is, but it goes that way. That's not a path, that's just steps that somebody stepped. Up here's where we'll get back on the path along the creek. Water, water everywhere. I hear it running everywhere. So here's the creek path. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. And there's the creek. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Hello, puppy dog. Doesn't look too mean. Its tail's wagging. The birds in that tree there. Enjoying the warm up. In the spring, a young bird's thoughts turn to thoughts of eggs. This is still slippery. It's been in the shade all day, so it's not as thawed. It's icier, but does have a layer of water on it, which makes it even slipperier than usual. Someone else said they're not walking a dog. That's almost unusual at this time of day. Somebody else walking for exercise. There's the footbridge, le pied à terre. No, le pont. Pont de pied. I guess that would be it. Bridge of foot. I'm not sure that's how they say it in French, but pied pont. Pont de pied. Reasonable guess. There's the creek. And there's the footbridge. Pont de Pied. Oh, it's looking down there. There's water that runs out through a culvert, and it's looking quite damp on the ice. So, to the west, to the east. Why are they wearing masks outside? Just a couple of more blocks. As far as I know, my microphone has worked for the entire walk, just as it did yesterday. Which again, seems to indicate it's a cold issue. I don't know what to do about that. When we get around to next winter, I presume it'll start happening again. But I'll worry about that then. Now I'm looking forward to warm walks. And then there'll be days when I'm complaining about the heat. It'll be so warm. We are a fickle species when it comes to temperature. Too cold, too hot. Only rarely is it like baby bears. Just right, like baby bear's porridge. Oh, coming up to the intersection where I fell back on November 11th. If you want to go back and watch that. Live. Well, not live, but I'm still alive. So that's what really matters. I'm actually going to go up the alley because I've been doing the alley thing. But I fell right here on November 11th. Went down hard. This is the back of that very odd house I pointed out before. I'd be very interested to see the inside. Directly ahead of us is Henderson Terrace, which is a heritage property, a row of attached houses, dwellings. It wouldn't have been called condos when it was built. Built in 1914, I believe, or 12. I've looked at it often enough, you'd think I'd remember. Over 100 years old anyway, as are probably quite a few houses in this neighborhood. Ours is getting there. Guess we're all getting there. Just how many of us make it to 100. Houses have a better shot than the average human being, unfortunately. Anyway, Henderson Terrace. It says on it 19 My eyes won't read it from this angle. All right, carry up this way. We have to cross the awkward intersection with Leopold Crescent. Right here, 18th runs into Leopold, which curves around from that way, so you end up with this weird three-way intersection here. It's supposed to be whoever's on the right has the right-of-way at an uncontrolled intersection, but I'm not sure people obey that very well here. Okay, down to the next intersection, 1 block to the left, and we will be home, or I will be home. Don't know where you are. Then I can sweat for a while. Puddle to try to avoid without falling down on the ice, which slopes down alongside it. That was nasty. Leopold and Brutalic. We go up Brutalic 1 block and we'll stop at the traditional stop sign. I'll go on this side though to start with because of all the water there. So how long did I end up going? Almost an hour. Pretty much the right length. That'd be a shorter walk in the summer. I can get a lot further in the summer. Longer strides without worrying about falling down. Okie dokie. Oops. More ice just to finish off with. Careful on here. All right. I'll stop here. Thanks for walking with me. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Soon, anyway. Bye for now.